Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're wishing the Force was with us as we face down the 10 hardest bosses in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
That doesn't look good. It isn't.
When running from the Empire and the Imperial Inquisitors, you're bound to cross more than a few powerful foes. What bosses are you hoping to see in Jedi Survivor? Let us know down in the comments. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. KX Series Security Droid.
Visitation is not permitted.
Star Wars fans were first introduced to the KX series of droids in Rogue One, A Star Wars Story.
Are you talking about me?
But the security droids in Jedi Fallen Order are far from the lovable droid we met in that film, although K2SO's sarcasm appears to be hardwired into this line of droids. These droids are fast and can be quite intimidating as they lurch towards Cal, desperately grabbing at him for grapple attacks, and many of these are unblockable. KX's swipes with its extended arms are easier to dodge, but can still cause Cal to lose his balance should they connect. These droids do end up becoming a recurring encounter as Cal's adventure continues, hence their lower position on this list.
Did you know that wasn't me?
Oggdo Bogdo.
That thing looks like it smells worse than grease does.
During his mission to Bogano to find a Force-sensitive vault, Cal encounters many Oggdos, large frog-like creatures standing between him and his objective. While these smaller reptiles are easy enough to dispatch by dodging their jumping and tongue attacks, there is another. The Oggdo Bogdo is an enormous Oggdo with a tougher exterior and a tongue attack that isn't afraid to use its teeth. Keep in mind, this is supposed to be a tutorial boss fight. While it is possible to sever the tongue, Cal's best bet is to stay on the move due to the Oggdo Bogdo's surprising strength and unparryable attacks. This is a fight more about outlasting your opponent rather than attacking head-on. Choose your moments, and victory shall be yours. Rabid Yotaz. The first optional boss on our list. Once again, this is a much more powerful version of creatures you regularly encounter while on Zepho. The Yotaz are highly aggressive to any creature that enters their eye line, Jedi or not. The Rabid Yotaz is a diseased and overpowered version of the Yotaz and can easily decimate Cal's health bar should he let his guard down. Although slow, its attacks can pack quite a wallop, and given the small arena the fight takes place in, there's not a lot of room for error in this encounter. Unlike other battles on our list, this fight benefits from unpredictability and aggressive tactics. Strike hard and fast after one of the Rabid Yotaz's slow but surprisingly long-reaching attacks, and Cal might just come out the other side unscathed. ATST.
Cal, we've got a walker firing on us, and our weapons are down.
Is that him? Tell him he better get his butt.
Facing down an ATST is no easy task unless you happen to be a teddy bear living on a forest moon, let alone taking one on solo with nothing but a lightsaber. Cal's first encounter with an ATST on the landing pad of Zepho is a hard enough fight with the ATST's blaster fire knocking Cal off his feet and making him an easy target if he's not able to repel the shots back at his attacker, but on a mission to forge a new lightsaber on Elam, he's forced to stand toe-to-toe-to-toe with two ATSTs on the frozen tundra. Cal must remain constantly on the move while using the environment to avoid direct fire and separate the two scout walkers. The walkers are surprisingly agile on their chicken legs, so you need to constantly be aware of your surroundings should they manage to corner you.
You did it.
We did. I wouldn't be here without all of you.
Nydak Alpha. Another optional boss, the Nydak Alpha is an enemy you need to actively seek out off the beaten path. On a small platform with sheer drop-offs on all sides, it waits for its next challenge. The Nydak Alpha is ridiculously fast and has an extended reach with its obscenely long arms, but luckily, the majority of its attacks can be parried if you're quick enough. However, unlike its lesser relatives, parrying the Alpha's attacks will not grant you an insta-kill or even the opportunity to sever its limbs. Instead, it just makes it more aggressive. Making smart use of your force powers will keep the charging behemoth at bay. What we're not sure of, however, is if taking down the Nydak makes you the new Alpha of the pack. Albino Wishock. I'm just going to call this one the Albino Spider for the remainder of this entry. For those of you with arachnophobia, this one will likely send you screaming from this encounter. Quite literally taking Cal and the player by surprise with an unprovoked attack, the Albino Spider quickly sets to work attempting to make Cal its next meal. With a series of web attacks to slow Cal's escape, as well as resistance to Cal's force powers, the Albino Spider even has an unblockable bite attack that will eat away, get it, at Cal's health if he gets too close. While vulnerable to attack from behind, she's not exactly quick to turn her back on her prey. Ending this 8-legged terror's reign at the top of the food chain is doing the galaxy a favor. Gorgara. Not only one of the largest creatures you fight, but also one of the only two-part battles Cal takes on, the Gorgara knows how to make an entrance. Cornering Cal in its cavern, the Owlbat quickly sets to work trying to make Cal and BD-1 its next meal. Even after taking on ATSTs, the sheer size of the Gorgara can be intimidating, as its massive wings slam into the ground around you and can quickly send you flying back with one clap. Deal enough damage and the Gorgara will retreat, but don't think this is the end of things. The Gorgara holds a grudge. While the second phase of the fight is more of a spectacle than a fight, as the Gorgara does more damage to itself trying to shake Cal from its back, it's still possible to miss your timing and take a long fall to a quick death. Ninth Sister.
Found you again!
After Order 66, not all the Jedi were killed. Some chose to turn to the dark side and hunt those who opposed the Empire. The Ninth Sister and Second Sister, who we'll get to momentarily, chose the latter path. While hunting Cal on Kashyyyk, the Ninth Sister makes it known how she achieved her rank within the Inquisitors. While her size might make her attacks slower, her brute strength makes taking the fight to her a non-viable option. While most of her attacks can be parried, the sheer power behind them can still cause Cal to lose his footing. The moments after her power attacks are your only window to attack, and her use of force powers make retreat almost impossible, holding Cal hostage to the fight. Match her dual-bladed lightsaber with yours, and put a stop to her rampage before things get too out of hand. Terran Malicos.
Dathomir will be your grave!
Not all the Jedi who escaped Order 66 went into hiding or turned to the dark side by choice. Terran Malicos became marooned on Dathomir and manipulated his way to become the leader of the Night Brothers, all while slowly going mad himself. After repeated encounters with Cal, his true nature and his quest for power is revealed, and Cal is left with no choice but to battle this not fully Sith. Terran will constantly taunt Cal throughout the fight, all while his brutal attacks leave very little room for a counterattack. His force powers are far greater than Cal's, and it's only through the assistance of Night Sister Merrin that Cal comes out of the other side of this fight alive. And Merrin finally has her revenge against the Master Manipulator, burying him using the magic he was so desperate to control.
It's like you said, Malicos. Dathomir will be your grave.
Darth Vader.
You would be wise to surrender.
Yeah. Probably.
We'd be remiss if we didn't at least mention your encounter with Lord Vader. And while the encounter is less about winning than it is just surviving, Darth Vader still holds nothing back and Cal is lucky enough to live to fight another day. Second sister.
Outstanding.
As the story of Fallen Order progresses, we slowly learn the tragic backstory of the second sister, but by the time we learn who she truly is, she's too far lost to the dark side to help her. After narrowly escaping her numerous times throughout the adventure, Cal and former Padawan Trilla Sudari have their final encounter on Nur. Trilla is one of the highest ranking Inquisitors, and with good reason. Cal must use all his Force abilities and tactics he's learned up to this point just to keep up with her fast and brutal attacks. The only way to survive is to match her brutality and never let up, all while dodging her many attacks and giving her no room to breathe. Just as the fight comes to an end and the light side once again shines on Trilla, she still ultimately pays for her failure.
You have failed me, Inquisitor.
Avenge us!
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.